right, y'all, I've been blessed again to come back with my brother Unc, one of the original, you know what I'm saying, Latino brothers from out here in East New York, all over. Matter of fact, he gave me a great interview the other day, and unfortunately, it all got erased. And I'm so thankful that I was able to come back and let y'all get, you know, one more shot and a blessing, you know, of this history out here. Okay, Unc, when's the first year that you moved out here to East New York?
I moved out here as a baby. I came out here with my moms and stuff like that. I was here before my brothers and all that. It's actually in 1963 and stuff like that. I was only 8 months old. I'm Ecuadorian. I've been in the hood since there. My first landing spot was Dumont and Sutter. And then from there, it's pendulated between Blake and Sutter. Like I said, I go way back when there was a synagogue right across the street, Jewish people around here. That's how far I go. You know, TSS, all that stuff and everything. You know, I got a little while back, and as you see right now, and you know, and right across the street from the pink houses and stuff like that. I'm in one of the housing projects at the moment.
Right.
Like that. I'm still in the hood all day, you know.
Okay, the other day, we brought up an intricate part of the history of East New York, and a lot of these young brothers, you know, they don't understand anything, you know what I'm saying, about the history of gangs. And most gangs that occur in our neighborhoods was to protect us, our people, you know what I'm saying? So I know you told me the other day that you were the original sex boy, Crazy Homicide.
13th Division on Cleveland Street and Fulton, way back, stuff like that. Ashford Crew, all that. As a matter of fact, I goes back as when I was a little kid, Linwood Playboys on Linwood Street. My parents owned the house. And that's when there was Italians. I used to get chased by Italians and stuff, by the Highland Park Hatters and so that. So I went through my racial barriers when the neighborhoods and all that, they changed.
Right.
When I got to my parents back over there, when we moved in that part of Brooklyn, there was only but Italians. We were the third Hispanics living around there. I used to get chased. Sorry to use the F word, you fucking spick.
Right.
And stuff like that. So I went through all that stuff. You know, a lot of people see about, you know, racial barriers and all that. We all went through that, changes and how the environment changed and the neighborhood changed.
And would you say, Unc, that due to that experience, because I also had this experience when I moved out here in 1967 going on 68, the same thing, because a lot of people don't know that back then, you know, East New York consisted mainly of Italians, Jews, and everything. So would you say that because of those experiences with white gangs that caused, you know what I'm saying, for y'all to form your own gang?
Well, typically what happened was it was basically, you know, Hispanic people joined together, and then all of a sudden somebody brung a name and all that. More or less with the divisions, especially like I was 13th Division, that was more the same people that hung out. Just all of a sudden we became Crazy Homicides. It was an Ashford Crew and stuff like that. And just, you know, all of a sudden, all right, man, I fly those colors since we all together and stuff like that. You know, just like that, you know. So basically, you know, it's things to form, you know, more unity within, you know, more power. You know that more numbers create power. So, you know, as you go, you had turf wars. Bronx wasn't nowhere I went through. Not just because the way it looked like, it was, you know, Bronx, we kept to ourselves in the boroughs.
Right. Now, I know back that time y'all had a little arch rival, other Spanish gang that was out here that was just, you know, as heavy as the Crazy Homicides, and they was called the Sex Boys.
Sex Boys.
I asked you the other day before you get to your part, I wanted you to let people know what they did to Essex Street.
Yeah, every sign as you go down on things, they change them to Sex Street. Instead of taking out the first letters and all that stuff, the other side and leaving it at Sex Street. So you went down, you knew what was up already. It's Sex Street. That was, you know, the Sex Boys and stuff like that. And also, I remember the Tomahawks, which originated the Black Pearls. So I know my black brothers how they had that stuff. We had the Tomahawks and stuff that became the Black Pearls. And right now, you know, they're still under that. You know, they became Masons and all that. Remember the Mason population and all that. Right. I know all the crews. There was not just the surface ones. There was bottom ones and all that.
Exactly. Well, yo, Unc, I really had to come back to get this out of you, man, and I really, really appreciate it because, you know, I've grown up out here and I have a lot of, you know, Puerto Rican, you know what I'm saying, Nicaraguans, Ecuadorians, Guatemalans, because a lot of time people just assume, you know what I'm saying, that all Spanish people are of one nationality.
That's why we're known as Latinos, Hispanics, because it opens a variety of doors. We got Colombians, Venezuelans, and all that stuff. Even Guyanese, which is so close to South American that don't understand that Guyanese is so close to South America to actually deal with the South American population. It's to broaden the minds of the people to understand what we all are. We are so mixed up in our cultures, because the ports of here, of New York, used to be so open to all different kinds of cultures. So remember, everybody can say what they are, but we don't know what our genes and our brains are.
That's right. That's right. And my joint is called God in Them Streets, and my main objective here is to allow the young to understand, you know, all of these histories that we have out in the street, and how we've made changes in our lives through, you know, now as grown adults making the right choice. So would you have anything you'd like to say to the youth before we sign off?
Yeah, always stay positive, and remember, that cloud is high, but you can always reach it. Keep your mind focused and positive. All right? God bless and love all.
Peace. I really enjoyed this interview with Unc, and thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you very much for the interview.